Okay. Hi guys, happy Monday. Hopefully distance learning isn't getting the best of you right now and that you're still hanging in there. Just keep doing the best you can. That's really all any of us teachers are expecting from you, is that as long as you're trying, as long as you're just doing the best you can, I promise you, your teachers will work with you. So just hang in there if you've been having any kinds of struggles or anything like that. So I decided to kind of pick something a little bit easier for the next couple weeks, especially because it's really hard to have class over the internet like this, I know. So we're going to refresh on our algebra basics. And the first thing I wanted to talk about are opposites. So in math, okay, so like the main four kinds of math that we do are going to be, we have addition, we have subtraction, we have multiplication, and we have division, right? Now, the thing to understand whenever you have like an algebra equation is that these two are opposites, addition and subtraction, and these two are opposites, multiplication and division. So if I had like 2x plus 4 is equal to 0, okay? I know that I would have to do the opposite of this symbol, so the opposite of addition, which is subtraction, so that I could get rid of that term. And then if I have a number and a letter right next to each other, what kind of math is going on there? It's going to be multiplication, right? And the opposite of that is division. So if I wanted to solve this really quick, I would first subtract on both sides. Here, I'll draw a line there. Okay, so then I would have 2x is equal to -4, and then I would divide, because that's my opposite of multiplication, right? Which then that would say, aha, x is equal to -2, okay? So that's the first thing that you need to kind of get your brain to remember. Oh yes, these are my opposites, which, like, I know a lot of you guys already know this. This is just a review because I know you haven't even been in school for a little bit. It's good to refresh our memory, all right? So the first practice problem that I'm gonna go over today is pretty easy. It's really similar to one we just did. And this is 2x plus 5 is equal to 45, okay? And if you already know how to do this, pause it right now, solve the problem, and then check and see if we get the same thing, okay? And if you're like, Miss Forsey, I forgot, that's okay. We'll go over it right now. So first thing, I have a 2 right next to my x, and then I have this plus 5, okay? So if you like to draw the line down the middle where the equal sign is to separate your two sides, it's totally fine. It's a great idea if that helps you stay organized, okay? So on this side, my goal, anytime I have an equation and they're asking me to solve for x, or solve for y, or figure out what is this letter, remember it has to be by itself first before we can figure out what it is. So right now, my x is sharing a spot with this 2. The 2 is like right next to him, okay? And then we have this plus 5 over here. So the first thing I want to get rid of, the first guy that's going to be easier to get rid of is going to be this plus 5 over here. This guy's like right next to him. I'm going to wait for him. Okay, so again, I'm going to do my opposite. My opposite of addition, yeah, it's going to be subtraction, okay? So I'm going to subtract 5 on this side, and if you'll remember, my equal sign is like my scales, right? So if I subtract 5 on this side, I have to do the same on the other side, otherwise they're not equal, right? So I have to subtract 5 on this side. This goes away. 2x is equal to 40, okay? And then my next step, this is being multiplied right here. If there's no symbol there, it's just what it means. Aha, I have 2 x's, or 2 times x. So to get rid of this 2, I'm going to divide it, right? Do the same thing on both sides, always. And that's going to cancel out. My answer is that x is going to be equal to 40 divided by 2, which is 20, okay? Circle my answer. Hooray, okay? We're going to do one more practice problem that's a little bit different, but it still follows the same kind of principles here, okay? So, oops, if I can find it. Here we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so here's my next one. I have y divided by 6 minus 3 is equal to 4, okay? So sometimes students will see this and all of a sudden they're like, what the heck, Miss Forsey, I can't do fractions. just hang in here with me. This is actually really easy. You just need to know what to do. All right, so just like before, my goal is to get my letter on its own. Okay, now I can draw a line down here if I want to. Now, right now, I have my y, and what symbol, or excuse me, what kind of math does this symbol mean? It's division, right? So I'm going to wait on this guy, but look over here, I have my -3, okay? Between the two of these, this guy's going to be easier to get rid of first, so that's what I'm going to do. And my opposite of subtraction is going to be addition, right? So I'm going to add 3 on this side, which means I'll add 3 on this side, okay? That's going to cancel out. I'm still going to have y divided by 6 on one side, and on the other, I'm going to have 7, okay? All right, so next thing I'm going to want to do is I want to get this y by itself. And to do that, if this is being divided, what kind of math would I do to undo this? I would multiply, right? I got to do my opposites. So I'm going to multiply this whole side by 6, which means that I have to multiply this by 6 as well. So you can get your calculator out, right? This is going to cancel out what's left on this side, y, right? So I have y is equal to, and then 7 times 6 gives me 42, and that is going to be my answer, okay? So super quick review for you guys. If you're like, Miss Felicity, I totally got this, awesome, go ahead, and I'm going to just put a little quiz on Canvas for you to take. Don't freak out. It's not like a quiz. It's more like a practice quiz so that you can get direct feedback and you don't have to wait for me to grade it for you whenever the heck I have the time to get to it, okay? So you take the quiz, do the best you can. If you get any of them wrong, you can retake it as many times as you need to. Again, I'm more grading on whether or not you're participating, you're getting it right. My feeling is you guys are probably all going to kill it and get it right the first time because you're all amazing. Anyways, take care and be good.